Hello and welcome to this episode of Factorio with me, Skuzz. And today we're going to be making a start over here. We're going to be bringing in our plastics factory. Let me give you a quick look on our Factorio calculator. I've managed to get this on here. So here we go. This is what we're going to be creating, all these different things, and this is going to be our facility for plastic, lubes, sulfuric acid, and sulfur. So this is what we're going to be using as our recipe for this complex, and we're going to build that over here. And we've got a little surprise built in to this episode. There is a complex I've been working on for the last couple of days, which is going to be popping up over here. The facility will slowly be built out, and we will grab that, have a look at that later. But we're going to focus all our attention on here. Oils, and of course they will be coming in from the bottom, resources in there. We'll grab some water from here and it will exit on this line and go up as usual. So that is where we're going to make a start for today. Right, so let's make a start on our base here. So we're going to create our input over here. This is where our resources are going to come in from. Not resources, the building train. So let us put that there. This is just our in and out. Right, so let's get you hooked up and sort out all the connection. What's going on here? Okay, all the befores and afters. Okay, so you're gonna go there, there. Okay, that will clear that junction out. Come on. So this is the in and out line, and then we're going to make our little corner over here. I'll turn around. Okay. So we're going to go from here, we're going to come off this line. Like so. Okay, no, that's not going back on the way I thought it would. Actually, probably don't need to go so crazy on this whole thing. Let's take that off. I'm gonna do it straight in on here. And you can disappear. Okay, let's first take out all these signals. Okay, I'm going to make a split off over here. Okay, that will be for all the other items. We're going to need that there. And we will do that and that. Okay, so I just want to facilitate 2 trains coming in. Engine 2, 4, 5. There. Rightio, so let's hop in. Okay, it is none of those, but it's not to matter. And of course, everything here is actually in the way. Right, let's just try that again. Okay, you all gone. Okay, station. Okay, and let's just line it up over here and go. Okay, we'll hook up power now and just want to make sure what it's going to be bringing in. So because this is a fluid stop, we're going to make sure we bring in fluid engines as well. Okay, all of that is good here. Okay, let us remove reds and start bringing in. We're going to need pipes coming in. Definitely not going to need any of those. We're going to definitely need pumps. No, we definitely want you guys. We don't need... actually, you know what? Let us put some pump jacks in. Water pumps, sure. We'll just keep that on hand. Okay, next section here. Okay, we don't need anything nuclear related. There's pumps as well. Okay, pumps can't be in both places. Okay, furnace is gone. Shouldn't need any of that, but we'll keep those on there. And don't need any of those things. Okay, is this on? No, let's turn you on. And then get you onto the power grid. Okay, then we're going to have this one. You are going to be bringing in our fuel. So fuel outpost. Okay, and we're going to add in also a disposal yard trash pickup, which basically replaces this trash one here, which I'm going to get rid of like so. Perfect. And then we're going to get these guys hooked up to an exit. Come on, all the way around. Like that. And you should be able to clip in on the straight here. And eventually you will... I was going to say hook in there, but that looks like it's a bit in the way, so... And hook you there. Perfect. And let's just amend a couple of signals. Okay, and hop it along this way. Copy you. And it's basically an engine and 2 cars. That's what I'm doing here. And we better hook in like that. And then we want to make sure this is limited to 2, because that's how many can park in there. And fuel and trash. Okay, so then at the same time we're going to need a entrance for all the resources we need to extract. So the main one is plastic, and the thing said it was 16, so we're going to basically make quite a large train exit. And it was lubes, sulfuric acid, and it was sulfur. Okay, so we're going to go here. So the main one I want to produce is the loading. Let's see, which one are we going to make use of? It's going to guarantee to be none of them. These all seem to have been built on the wrong side. Let's just have a look. Let's just grab a copy of one I might want to use. Train loading. So this is a loading from the one side, no. This is loading from two sides. Okay, we need to find a different station. Here. This one will work. We'll copy the balancer in. We'll copy that whole thing. Okay, and we're going to put it, let's just put it in there for now. We just want to make sure. I'm going to take that out. How long a train can I fit the engine? 2, 4, 6. Because we need to make enough space for the trains, quite a few of the trains. So let us do this. Let's put that there. And this is where we will branch out. Come on. Yeah, for now, that is the length I'm going to go with. And then we'll do our branches. So there's the first one. So let's leave the plastic for the furthest junction. So we're going to have at least 2 fluid and a solids. Okay, so you are going to do that, and you're going to check before. Let us just put in those signals, and we're going to put it straight there. Okay, so fluid, I want to make sure I leave space. These don't have to be big, they can be let's make them 4 wagons long. It's not a lot of fluid, but it's better to leave good buffers, a good buffer zone. Yeah, so let's make a copy. Let's get that in. Perfect. So this is where we're going to build it. Okay, we'll take this one out. Let's just think about this actually. This is going to be one spare train that's going to sit in there for the fluids. I think that should be But without any parking, that could be a long-term problem if we plan to. I won't be able to stack more than that in there. Let's think. We can restrict it to the station to only accept 2 trains, and then we'll have to have a yard where the trains will just sit and wait for turns. Just got to remember the trains are going to come down on this line. This section is not going to be very busy, so they'll come down and come in here and then wait. There's not a lot of space unless I put the yard here and then carry on below. How much space are we playing with? I think we've got plenty of space to do that. So I'm going to do one more. No, the rail is fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to build a little bit of a yard here just to hold temporary trains. Yeah, let's just make sure I get the size right. Okay, good. Okay, so we're going to give this a name. So this is going to be plastics and oils. So let's get our little pictures. And the main one is lube. So we're just going to use those 2. And this is going to be the yard. Okay, enable train limit. Yes, the yard. This yard can handle 3 trains. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to exit the yard basically back onto this line here. Okay, so let's go back this way. There. And there. Now that's probably looks terrible. Let's do a more direct one like that. No, we need to do it this way because there's going to be multiples of those. Okay, so we need just the double check. Yeah, the rails are clear and we're in. Okay, I also want to make sure we've got some power being transmitted here. Doesn't have to be hooked up to anything yet. Okay, and now we make a copy. Okay, and I'll copy the signal. A bit of rail, that's okay. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 of these, one for each fluid type. And we might as well get it as close together as we can. Okay, so this will be 1 yard. I mean, the trains will sit across both, but basically it is 1 yard per entity. So that is lubes and sulfuric acid. And then we're going to need to do a yard again. Let's just do this, and we'll just have to change the length of this one. So it is 4 cars, so actually that one's fine, because that will be plastic, and then this one, oh, sulfur and plastic. Okay, are these too close? No. Okay. That's fine. These, however, we can change signal length on this one. Though we don't really want to change signal length because that will just could interfere. Yeah, I see. We might have to have multiple yards because of the difference in length. Because we're going to have the plastic train is going to be a 8 car, where everything else is just 4 cars. So let's make this yard 2. Or actually we could even just go yard and actually say what it is. So that is yard 8. Most likely will only hold 2 trains. So let's have a look. So if we go over and count, we got an engine and then 2, 4, 6, 8 cars and another engine. That is literally right here on top of the screen. Okay, take you out. And there's no ways we're going to fit another one in there. Okay. I would like to fit another one in there. So how, without making this whole thing even longer. Okay, where would this need to go? Okay, let's do it this way. I'm going to make a copy of that and put it there. Then I'm going to cut this whole thing. There's fine. And line it up like so. Okay, and repair that rail. Okay, and now I'm going to have to count carefully again. So an engine, 2, 4, 6, 8, and an engine. Right. So that's the yard is long enough now. Let's shift you guys. Can't go there anymore. And you know what? Let us put in a radar and hook you up to the grid separately. Go away. We want the chains over here, and you can go afterwards. Okay, so that's our yard, and then we will facilitate the exits all over here. Okay, so let's bring in our first one. Okay, take you out and put the signals in. Okay, so we're going to put our first, this will be a fluid. Okay, so let's go engine 2, 4. There, and okay, let's grab our station. There we go. Okay, so this is plastic oil. There we go, plastic oil. And this is going to be the lubes lubes pick up. Okay, and let's get the more appropriate color there for lubes for the station. Okay, so our lube coloration is 0, 170, and 0. Cool, and let's actually put in the train. Okay, and we're going to get the train that color. And let's build, we're going to be building this obviously a little differently to normal. I'm going to build all the stations and then we'll worry about the actual facility that produces all of this stuff. Doing it this way just helps me get good orientation with the rail lines and where everything will need to go. Alrighty, and then somehow this will be fed from our factory. And let's go like something like this. This is just placeholders really. Might not operate this way, but this is just the way we're going to have it for now. Whoops. Okay, power. And also fuel, so each train is going to need to bring in the fuel. Oops. No, come on, click. Request. We're still using solid fuel for these trains. Let's give you a roboport, and then we need to provide power to this whole installation. Like so, and let's give some light. And then we'll take a main line of power to there. Right, and then there'll be some form of exit. So let's just leave it like that. So let us make a copy of this. And we're going to do another one right here. Give space for all the other bits and pieces. trees in my way. Okay, so this one is obviously not lubes. Oh, and this also needs to have a train limit. Only 2 can fit here. 2 can only fit there. And now this is not lubes. This is going to be our sulfuric acid. Let's get our little picture. Pick up is fine. Go train limit 2. And let's put in our train. Okay, let's get our color for the station. Okay, a locomotive, that's fine. 255, 2550. And we can also just move the color on to there. Right, so that's our 2 fluids, and then we're going to have most likely a gap. Because actually, I don't know. We're obviously going to be building a lot of this over here. Fluid intake is going to come potentially at the bottom or the right hand side. We actually need to figure that out. And this is going to be the exit of everything. If we go to our main base, it's going to be very similar to this. It's going to be rotated a bit differently because there's fluid in, so we're going to have the same bottom, the same splits or similar splitting. There's our lubes, which will come out on the right. We go to plastic up here, and then we go to sulfur and sulfuric acid over there, and all of that will exit to the right. Now it's fairly compact, so we could even take a small section of this and have a look at it over here. And so it's going to be built something like that. I may have a larger space than I need. So this is going to be built in this area here. Let us just have a look. If we go to factory complexes, base oil. Okay, that is how base oil is structured. If we do it this way around, everything will be popping out the bottom there. Sure. I think I mean, that is the oil function. 62 plastic. Most of it is going to be plastic and some sulfuric acid. We could probably even look at plopping this down right here. Let's see, best orientation. That would be best for growth. And then fluid, everything can just be brought down. That would be best for minimizing distances. But that would also be okay like that. And we can move it over a bit just in case there is space issues. This is a heck of a lot smaller than I was expecting. Okay, if we need to move it, we will do so. Okay, so for one, I am going to get rid of... You know what? I'm not going to get rid of any of that. But I am going to move it. Just going to move it so there is space, you know. Okay, I'm going to put it there. I just want to figure out on the train story. So if we're going to be that close, then this guy, let's keep the same distances. So you're going to go there. With a copy of that. So there, this one is going to be the same. Because this is the sulfur train. Let's get you hooked in. So let's just put in another one of these. Okay, copy all of you for now is fine. You're going to go there, take this out. Don't need that. And so that is more or less the position of this one. So let's go loading. This is now a loading of 4. Might as well be single-sided because we only need 4 lanes of it anyway. For 3.4. And of course it is all on the wrong side. So that would approximately go there. Rightio, we'll build it all ourselves. Okay, power. Let's get you in. Okay, and we are going to load it 6. We're going to use you guys. No, we want these. Okay, well, whatever. Split the split. And how is that split? That is going to be using one of these from this direction. You're going to come in and do that. Okay, we want 4 of them. We most likely will be overproducing in this area, which isn't a problem. Okay, down and down. We want to use these big guys to connect these areas. Yeah, you work, and the next one, you go there. See, now it's the next station that's going to be the tricky one because it is the much larger size. It's the 16 lanes. So it's going to need a lot more space. So it's not, let us just get the right one that we want to use. It was a copy of this big boy. Probably not that orientation. Okay, let's do that. And you can fit. Well, it fits in a little bit. No, not quite there. But there it can fit. The issue is here at the back. This has to still be able to connect up to that there, but it can only take one at a time, which is not really what I want. Just think about this. I can either add one of these or actually just add in a second one. How are we going to do this? Because I don't want to go all the way into here. Okay, but it looks like that's what's going to happen. Okay, cuts. No, not this. No, let's do it from this way. I don't want to cut the curve because I want to see that. Okay, let's put that there where I had one already. Okay, and let's get a straight line there. Bolts. Ooh, this should have been... Oh, that's because it's taking it from there. So let's just add that back. That's there. Okay, so we just want to make sure I fit in an engine, 2 engines and 8 cars. Engine 2, 4, 6, 8, and another engine. So you go down there, and now we can fit this on top of that. There. Okay, let's just take you don't belong there. Okay, so that positioning shouldn't be too much of an issue. Okay, so now let's deal with the train's exit routes. Okay, it's all very well that you exiting there, but we have a whole bunch of other trains that will be exiting as well. So you might as well go straight and connect up like this. Let's see what the best way for these guys to connect now is, because that is the wrong kind of curve. And so let's see, you are not going to connect very well like that. Okay, that works. That does work. Let's just put in the appropriate signals. Come on, pick it up. Break the networks there. So for these ones, These can run quite close. And we're going to be right on top of this. Anyway. Yeah, these can all run quite close because this is the exit. So that is fine. Let's make a copy of you and just carry you along. No, we can still do one more. Right, you will be exiting right here, and there'll be nothing further to go down. Let's just take all of you out. Whatever. Okay, that is the exit. Okay, let's fix all these bits and pieces up. And then we will leave our video for that. So what are you? You are now not sulfuric acid. You are just plain old sulfur. So that is you. And sulfur pickup. 2 trains will fit there. Oh, and color. Sulfur itself, compared to sulfuric acid, is a little bit different. Okay, so your color is 292 and 5. Oh, and we better actually put in a train. So train. And this is carriages. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and we better do a restricted carriage. Doing it this way just means we just ensure what is being picked up. Oh, can you put that down, please? Thank you. Radio, and then this is our plastic. So first thing we've changed is the filter, which I don't really have anywhere else. Okay, and you are now our plastic pickup. Two train limit is good. And of course plastic, I think, is pure, not quite pure white. 252. Nice. And of course we can fit in a train. And I don't have more carriages, but that's fine. And we'll put in a second train at the back and get the color fixed. Beautiful. And that is getting fuel, the right fuel. Yeah. Okie dokie. So we made a start on our, we'll get that all fixed up. And we'll need to spread it down the roboports to this area. And that is the start of our chemical plant for the rest of the mega bases that will produce all the stuff we need going forward. So thanks for watching, and stick around for in the next episode, and we'll see how our surprise complex is developing, and I'll catch you in the next one.